Welcome back, everyone, to more messing around in the soot and ash.
Finally found a repel. Maybe now you'll apply it. And
you forget I bought repels. Remember, I trolled you.
I know you bought them, but
and
you
I
never
just
use
used
them.
the repel, not the super repel. So I trolled you again. Ah!
Might as well use the repels first. Makes sense.
Yes.
Trainer tips.
I paid for them after all. So we were talking last part about Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu Edition, which are basically going to supposedly be Nintendo's answer to people like me screaming that there ought to be console gens. And since supposedly I have not seen any confirmation of this whatsoever, but there's talk of a 3DS successor. And that would be where Gen 8... Is that the next gen? Gen 8?
I think.
Yeah, Sun and Moon is 7.
Yeah.
So Gen 8 would go. And instead what I guess the battle plan is that the Let's Go series will be its own thing on Nintendo consoles from there on in. And I'll admit that I'm at least a little bit excited that I'm finally going to get console RPGs. I do like the fact that it's going into Kanto with Gen 7 graphics. But I'm going to go ahead and ask the one question that people have immediately asked since the announcement. Does this mean, Alex, that Pokemon Let's Go will be covered on the channel?
I have no idea. Maybe.
I think we need to get our hands on it first to see how it works, and if people are expecting us to use full functionality with Pokemon Go, it's probably not happening. That's just kind of how I'm seeing it right now. But it would actually be really cool to do that. And maybe at that point, I'll take it on. Because then you can take on like the main gens and I'll take on the Let's Go series.
Right.
That might be fun. Because if Let's Go is successful, which I think it will be, if it's its own deal, then we will get a revisiting of Johto in modern day graphics. Which would be also really cool to go into just to see all the changes that they do to Kanto, as well as Johto, as well as Hoenn, Sinnoh, all that stuff. Yes, you want to tell me more about Volcanic Ash. I really don't care.
You should, because those flutes are useful. They take care of status ailments.
I don't think I could actually craft the flutes because of the emulator.
You should be able to. I can't see why you wouldn't be able to.
We will double check that, but I need to double check it first because I think I read that because it's an emulator, I can't make them.
Again, it shouldn't matter if it's an emulator. The emulator.
Does it matter, or is it bound to the time scale?
I can't remember actually.
If it's bound to the clock, then I probably can't do it.
Yeah, but because emulations are just running off the same ROMs, so Zerg is covered.
Yeah, but remember, like all the trivia stuff, I can't do.
Yeah,
because it glitches out. I make a good glass out of volcanic ash. Collect ashes with this, Huffpuff.
The soot sack.
We now have a soot sack to be able to collect stuff with. Yay! And walk through piles of ash, Huffpuff, and it will fill up the volcanic ash, Huffpuff. Once you think you've collected a good amount, come see me, Huffpuff. Could you stop smoking, please, sir? You're doing a lot of Huffpuff, puff, puff, puff. You are getting your kid to smoke? What is wrong with you, man? What is wrong with you, sir? Oh, hi, Naruto. From out of the ashes, they leap. Hiya!
Yeah,
believe it.
I think it's just based on how much ash you gather. I don't think it's bound to the time or anything.
Then I will start making them. You know, when I give a crap.
Well, you should.
I give lots of craps. Just unfortunately, a lot of my craps being given right now are going towards E3. Oh, and I guess we should probably also address this one too. Pokemon Quest also got announced, which is... People are going to get mad at me again for calling it this, but it's Pokecraft. It's Pokemon Minecraft. So basically, if you want to see like all of your favorite Pokemon in Minecraft blocks, then you can see that. I mean, you're bringing it up right now, right?
Yeah.
So, what is Pokemon Quest?
Free-to-play spin-off for Switch, iOS, Android. It's out, so...
Yeah, but if you look further down, I think they've got screenshots of it. But you get to see, basically, it's Pokemon Minecraft. So, like, you get to see blocky versions of Pikachu. I think I've seen a blocky Rattata and a blocky Eevee. Witness the ancient ninja technique of Pokénav registration. Believe it! Thanks, Naruto. We will not bring you up ever again.
Yep, you're right. It is pretty much Pokemon Minecraft.
Yep. And for that, I mean, I hate to be the guy, but I don't play Minecraft. I have no intention of playing Minecraft. I mean, I have nieces that play it, and they love it, and I'm glad they do, but it's not really for me. What about you, Alex?
No, I've never played Minecraft.
Yeah, so it doesn't really have that feel for it. Andrea, are you interested at all in Pokemon Minecraft?
I don't know. I haven't even thought of that.
Well, I mean, you don't even play Minecraft.
No,
so,
not really.
Yeah. I don't see that as being a major thing that invades our household, unless, say, our daughter gets invested into Minecraft.
Well, Pokemon Quest is free to play, so if you ever want to just try it out, try it out.
Oh, you don't even have to purchase, like, a physical copy?
No, because it's in the eShop.
Oh, cool. And I just found TM32, which is Double Team. Yay! I can increase my evasion if I was going to duel Alex. That's actually something that one of our listeners brought up, is like at the end of your Pokemon playthrough, you guys should really just duel each other. Like, well, first of all, we're playing on emulators, so
yeah,
we couldn't do that.
We have no way to do that. But
if you think about it, Alex, we are playing on gens.
Dad's advice, Drak. There's a time and place for everything.
Yes, of course, because I can't get rid of the stupid stuff.
There's no toss option?
There is, but I'm that guy when it comes to games. Like, I just don't want to toss stuff.
You hoard everything.
Because then I'm going to feel... No, it's because I grew up in an era where you could actually toss away plot crucial items,
right,
and break the game doing so. So it's like one of those things of, I literally think in my head going, what if this is the one thing that's glitched and I break the game?
You should just use your PC then. But Pokemon's really good about... Pokemon has a lot of fail safes. I mean, you have to really try hard.
I should be giving it a lot more credit than I do, but it's just, I remember dealing with that as a kid, and I just don't like dealing with it.
Like, I'll have to find it and let you know. But there is a channel out there. He like dedicates himself to like finding any like ways to make Pokemon unwinnable. So he even then, it's like he still like finds even the most tedious workarounds for a lot of like the things to like.
Nice.
Like, okay. I'll go to this place and like get rid of all my HM users, all my items, all my money, and even then he's like, okay, but there's still a way to kind of get your way out of this, but it's like the most tedious possible way, and it's just like, yeah. And then he's like, okay, yeah, it would probably just be easier to restart the game.
Yeah, probably.
But it's pretty entertaining just to
people just need to remember that I came from the era of like when games could be broken, like they actually could be unwinnable. So that's kind of my viewpoint on the matter, and hence why I'm so cautious about it, because I don't ever want to break a game, especially a game that we're let's playing. I would feel so bad if we intentionally broke the game and I had to restart. I'd feel bad for you guys. But yeah, so let's go and Quest were the major Pokemon announcements for E3, supposedly from Nintendo. We should have a bunch more that we can look into, but... Oh, and this is actually another interesting question a listener presented that I want to pose to you, Alex.
Sure.
What would it take to... So, games, like, are your thing, like, you play them, but obviously when it comes to E3, you're not as invested in a lot of the game announcements.
Yeah.
What would have to happen where you actually would watch a press conference for E3 and watch in anticipation like most gamers do? I would honestly say like maybe an anime block would have to happen.
Yeah, something like that.
But even then, I don't see that entirely working for you, because you know that would be filled up with like Attack on Titan games and all the stuff that you're not necessarily into.
Yeah, I mean, if it was all licensed games, then I probably wouldn't be interested, because most of the stuff that comes over here that's licensed based is generally stuff I don't watch. So yeah, I don't know.
I mean, you've liked games that were based in the anime style but didn't have
any connection to
any
an existing
connection.
franchise.
You've liked those.
Yeah.
But
I do have a Little Witch Academia game on PS4 now. It's an RPG I'm playing.
yeah. So, I mean, at that point, like, that could happen. But we should also clarify this. I mean, it's like Nintendo you get enjoyment out of.
Yeah.
Because it's Nintendo. You've been a Nintendo fan for years.
Yes.
I want to say that you would get some enjoyment out of Sony.
Yeah, a little bit, because Sony usually has some decent diverse titles, but
Yeah, it's just like the conferences I can guarantee you guys he is not watching. EA, he's not watching it. And in fact, he's gotten so annoyed. Oh, crap.
oh, well, you paused it.
I did.
Okay.
So, oh, wait, hold on.
Uh-oh, did the video freeze?
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm going to have to cut that out. Okay. My bad. So, we're going to go ahead and come back in. 3, 2, 1. Okay, sorry about that magic cut. I had some random pockets of teleportation that don't really happen on this playthrough. But anyway, we were talking about like what would get Alex excited about E3, and also mentioned like you're watching Nintendo, you're watching Sony, because you occasionally like those, but the ones that you're not watching, like EA, you're not watching.
Yeah.
In fact, you kind of get mad at me now when I bring up my rage at the EA conference.
Yeah.
Ubisoft, you're not watching.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to think, do you even play games from Ubisoft?
I really don't think so. I can't think of a single Ubisoft title, at least nothing that's big and known out of the Ubisoft library.
You've never played Just Dance, Alex?
No.
Or Just Sing? So, by the way, this is actually the Bill of the series, Lannette.
Lanette.
Honestly, I'm glad to meet you. It's great you're using the storage system. So, I believe it's in canon that she basically is trying to make a better system than Bill.
Ooh, Bill's got some competition.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Alex. I think Lanette is actually supposed to be in canon trying to create a better storage system than Bill.
Well, let me take a look at Lanette.
But yeah, so Ubisoft, EA, Microsoft, you're definitely not watching.
Yeah, because I don't have an Xbox and
you have no motivation to watch. I mean, I think the only Xbox game we've actually got you interested in was Lucky's Tale.
Yeah.
So that's what it would take.
Which is available for PC, but doesn't want to run properly on mine.
Oh, and somebody's going to bring up to us, oh, silly Alex, you wanted to buy a game on the Windows Store. Here's an idea, Lucky's Tale developers. Bring it out to Steam.
Yeah. Come on, Microsoft, you're making money either way.
Yeah, well, it's one of those things that doesn't make sense since the development team has seen very little from the Windows Store. You'd think that they'd be talking to Microsoft and just say, well, as soon as this deal expires, we're bringing it to Steam. Because I know a lot of indie developers that have done that. You know, like the Ori people have done that in the past. So it's not. So back to what we're actually talking about. Like there's conferences that you watch, but like Sony, you're probably watching in the corner.
Yeah.
Until you see an announcement that you're actually interested in. Nintendo, you're watching. If Sega had a conference, you'd probably watch.
Sure.
But Sega doesn't usually have a conference anymore. They used to. Now they don't care. I'm Move Tutor. I know all the moves that Pokemon learn, every one of them, and I can teach Pokemon those moves. I teach a move to a Pokemon of yours. I'll do it for a heart scale. I'm collecting those now. If your Pokemon need to learn a move, come back with a heart scale. How about no? I like the moves that I have. Thanks. And here's the Fossil Maniac's house.
Fossil Maniac.
Fossils gratuitously accepted. My big brother's the Fossil Maniac. He's a nice guy who loves fossils. He loves digging holes too. He dug this hole by himself. You can have this so you can dig holes just like my big brother.
Like Oni-chan.
TM Oni-chan. Just because you did that. Yeah, TM28 is dig, and I actually have a ground type in mind that I would love to put that on. It's not anything I have existing right now. But let's just put it this way. I would like to bring back the Crit Fiend. So, he's not the Crit Fiend in this game, but I think it's only appropriate to bring him back. So when we can get a Sandshrew, I will probably put Dig on him.
Right.
Being a strictly ground type. And here's the other thing, too. I think there's actually a couple of games Sony has to announce that you're excited for, right?
I have no idea what Sony's announcing.
Well, because they're gonna have Spyro there, and they're also gonna they're gonna have Resident Evil 2 remake there. Mm-hmm. At least that's what they're saying right now. Death Stranding. Come on, we have to at least see how outlandish that game continues to get.
Yeah.
And I'm still sticking with what I said on the podcast. Bryan Cranston needs to be a cast member now. 5 minutes ago. Bryan Cranston needs to be in it. And then who was the other one that we brought up that needed to be in it too?
I have no idea.
Crap. Romney brought up a good one, and he should be in there too, and I'm not remembering who. But yeah, there's stuff for you to be excited about. And if they have any like left hook announcements, then I mean, I'm sure you'll have some kind of thoughts on them. I will say that I hope that the surprise announcement from the Sony conference this year is Shenmue 3. I would love to see more stuff on that. Because Yu Suzuki, you need to get this game out. I know it's delayed to 2019. You cannot delay it any further. We have waited too long for Shenmue 3.
Picnicker Nancy.
And for those who are screaming out for a Shenmue Let's Play on the channel,
No.
I don't know. There are very few games where I'll say, I don't know. And before people bring up Blue Reflection, that's technically been taken care of. And it might actually... let's put it this way. Blue Reflection has a better chance of being a Let's Play on the channel than Shenmue.
Woohoo! I want to play Blue Reflection on the channel.
But okay, before people immediately jump down your throat and think that I'm like anti-Shenmue and you're anti-Shenmue, that's not the case. Shenmue is a big-ass game. There's lots of stuff to be able to do, and the plot is just such a tiny piece of it that, I mean, I'm sure that you would love to play Shenmue for one simple reason, Alex. Mm-hmm. The game is littered with Sega memorabilia.
Right.
Okay? So, like, you can... there's an actual Sega arcade in the game where you can play, like, old-school Sega arcade games. Hence why this is such a big game. It had a bunch of little games in it, too. Or you can collect these little capsule things that are all Sega icons.
Right.
And Sonic is super, super rare. But you can get, like, little Afterburner arcade machines or little Alex Kids and stuff like that. You know, like, all Sega stuff. So that would be really cool for you. But the rest is... I mean, we can make fun of the horrible dubs and the way that the models look. For some reason, Yu Suzuki decided that any person that was along Ryo's path looks absolutely stupid. I'm not even kidding. Like, most of the models that he has to confront, it's like, well, me punching you in the face might actually be a charitable service. Because it might actually make you look more attractive than you are.
Right.
Okay? I don't know. What's your take on doing Shenmue? Like, I'm questioning it. It's really big.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it would make for a real interesting Let's Play.
If you could condense it down, yes, it would. But the problem is that once we start that up, I'm worried that the diehard of Shenmue fans, which I'm right there with you guys, would want us to do the stupid, silly stuff.
Right.
And that's where it becomes a bit of an issue. Now, for the record, I mean, we are actually considering doing like super, super long, like no end in sight kind of Let's Plays.
Yeah.
But in a different format, so maybe Shenmue would work there. It would work better there. But we'll have to talk about this one.
Right.
Because as much as I would love to do a Let's Play and get people exposed to Shenmue is one of those titles that I don't think lends itself to a Let's Play. Because you have to fill a lot of time in the day. And you have to do a lot of stupid stuff to keep things going. including make Rio act like a I mean, here's a perfect example. There's actually a point in the game where your main character Rio has to get a job.
Wow.
So you are literally, in order to progress the story and narrative forward, Alex, you are having to do what you would do in your normal everyday life.
Wow. Okay.
That's where I kind of sit there and question, could Shenmue be done as a Let's Play? I don't know. I don't know if people are going to be all that excited to see me get up at 9 in the morning to go work until 5 p.m. and then maybe go do some stuff at the Sega arcade.
Yeah.
I don't know if that would work. But hey, let us know in the comments if that's what you want.